Hello guys, last video of the day, and we're gonna have some, this is gonna be, some angry stuff right here. Just due to the fact that, kind of shows what the LGBTQ people are doing and what is actually destroying many of, what we call female sports, and again, their lives. Because, why care? 29-year-old transgender man posing as woman takes first place against a 13-year-old girl in women's skateboarding event. A 29-year-old pretending to be a woman took first place against a 13-year-old girl at the Border Open in New York City this weekend. Of course it's in New York City, because why the fuck would it be? Female skateboarder Taylor Silverman blasted Ricci Tres, the adult male who crushed a 13-year-old child in Saturday's contest and took home the $500 prize. Male wins skateboarding finals and money at the Border Open UNYC presented by DC today. Yeah, let's see, and it goes on to say, Ricci Tres, also known as Ricci and Tres, took spot in the women's division of the Border Open today, held in New York City, taking home a $500 prize for a first place win. Tres, a 29-year-old trans-identified male, came in first place against a 13-year-old Shiloh Cowdery. Of the six competitors, four were under the age of 17, with the youngest being 10-year-old Juri Akira. In 2021, Tres became the first trans-identified male to attempt to qualify for Olympic women's skateboarding, submitting a virtual run for the U.S. National Skateboarding Championships. Trey was unable to meet the short deadline to submit a hormone level test, but was later told his testosterone was much higher than the required level to compete in the female category. Around this time, Tres was interviewed by Robert Brink of USA Skateboarding and revealed he was over 190 years off with the required testosterone reduction needed to be able to qualify in the female category by International Olympic Committee standards. During the interview, Tres expressed evidence towards reducing his testosterone levels and even said he was comfortable where he was at in his transition. Taylor Silverman recently spoke out against biological males taking over skateboarding competitions. "I am done being honest," Silverman said on Instagram. My name is Taylor Silverman. I am a female athlete. I've been skateboarding for 11 years and competing for several years. I have been there in three different contests with trans women, two of which I placed second. At the latest contest, series I did for Ripple, I placed second. The trans competitor who won $1,000 in qualifiers, $3,000 in finals, and $1,000 in the best trick. This totaled to $5,000 of the prize money meant for the female athletes. I took $1,000 in qualifiers and $1,750 for second place, or $2,750 in total. The girl who took third received $750. The girl who deserved $1,000 for best trick took nothing, along with whoever would have been placed third. I deserved to place first, be acknowledged for my win, and get paid. I reached out to Red Bull and was ignored. I am sick of being bullied into silence. Yeah, well, again, this is a lot to do with specifically females allowing this to happen, because again, you guys let them into your place, into your sports, voted for it, and etc., and now this is the result of it. But of course, as I said before a million times over, is that you guys let it happen. The women could have done something about it. Men were talking about not doing this, and you should not let this happen, and then there you go, you just let it happen. So now this is the result of it. What's worse is somehow a 29-year-old is able to compete in in an event that has pretty much underage girls in it, which is another really questionable thing. First off, and two, why was he able to enter just due to the age? Well, why is that a thing? First off, well, it's insanity, and of course, this happens in New York. New York allowed this to happen. Now, I don't know what about you guys, but I'm a pretty big advocate for, people just be able to do what they want. But there needs to be some restrictions and some hard restrictions. And I'm really, really hoping if the Republicans take over the Senate and the House, is that they really crack down on the LGBTQ community. Now, I understand what you guys are saying. Well, why would you want them to do that? Like, what have they done? Well, here's the thing. We've been seeing a lot of the LGBTQ community going after kids. Okay, we've been seeing that, and two, we're seeing a lot of the female sports. Granted, women's fault, being destroyed and eradicated. And the only way to actually prevent that from happening is going full scorched earth and completely eradicating these type of laws. Be able to ban transgenderism outright in terms of banning any type of puberty blockers and stuff onto children, and let the adults 18 plus do whatever the fuck they want to their bodies. I don't care. That's up to them. They can go and be whatever they want for all I care. But stop messing with the children. This is getting absolutely ridiculous. Again, I want the females to be to have their sports, but again, it's just gonna, if you keep voting Democrat, you're going to keep on getting these same stupid, evil policies, and and this is just the reality that's going to be in. And every single person that lives in a democratic state is going to have these issues, or is going to keep on receiving this injustice and this villainy. And that's what you voted for, so now you have to reap the fucking consequences of it. Because I know a lot of women today are not very good at dealing with consequences and other issues that rise up that, you know, they have to combat, which, you know, they should have to combat because you're strong and independent, right? I know this is kind of making it out to where I'm bashing women, and I'm really not trying to. But again, this is just reality. I know this because I seen it happen to where women allow this and wanted this to be in their sports, and now they're losing it. And now they're bitching about it, and it's their fault. Like I'm just telling you the honest truth here. That's all there is to it. Own up to it, fight back, and go against it. And you know, the one way you can is just not voting blue. Because if you keep on voting blue, guess what's going to happen? Exactly this. These people, the Democrats, don't care about your rights. They never had cared about your rights. They don't give a damn about you. And I am not talking about the Roe versus Wade, because again, the Roe versus Wade, you don't care. When it comes to that, women don't care about the baby's rights at all, period. So again, that's just another thing of like, I'm not gonna be going on the women's side for the fucking Roe v. Wade BS, because you don't care about children's lives in the first place. So again, I'm not gonna be on your side. I am gonna be on your side for the for this LGBTQ stuff. But again, I'm also going to make you guys the villains, because you guys are the villains, because you're the ones that try to allow this to happen. Of course, when people like in California, where they were at the spa, where a man just whipped out his little fucking dick out and in front of a 13-year-old, and this happened, and people were outraged. You guys voted for these people to allow that type of fuckery into your state. So the only way to fix it is to not allow it. So again, it's completely asinine. I mean, I kind of feel bad, but I also don't. But I just hate it because kids are being involved. The reason why I'm angry at this specific segment is because the kids that are here, the kids like the 13-year-olds and all that stuff, the kids that are here, this is not actually necessarily their fault. They're suffering the repercussions of their dumbass parents that either voted for it or the fact that their fucking policymakers did. This is not the 13-year-olds or whatever kids' fault. It's not their fault, because they're reaping the negatives of everything that society is being put onto them. So the kids can't be blamed for this because they didn't do anything. They're just trying out to compete and do what they love, and they're being punished for it by people that don't give a shit about them. So that's why I'm angry about this. It's because they actively don't care about the kids, and the kids are being punished. And this is a result. So I'm going to ask you, Democrats, you guys, are you going to vote red? Are you going to continue to vote for people that allow this shit to happen? That allow your kids to be either sexually abused or to be abused of losing their rights, like such as this stuff right here? Or are you going to fight back and vote for somebody that is going to actively fight for your kids' ability to be able to function in today's society? Because at this point, this is not going to end up happening. And it's only the women that's going to end up happening. But it's happening across the board for all kids. It's just women are getting a shorter end of the stick. So what are you going to do? Do what's right, I hope. But at the end of the day, it's your choice. Okay, guys, like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.